So how did you like prepare yourself for it?
Look, I'm not even gonna lie to you, bro. I'm not even gonna lie to you. My first game, we playing against Vince Carter. We're playing against Vince, and I'm in there cocky. Man, he's trash, man. The TV make these players look better than they really are. And he missed like 2 straight shots, so I'm already trash. I knew he was trash. And then he got mad, and then got in the post spin move and cocked it. Oh, boom! Right? I jumped out the seat. Oh my God! I'm on the court. Joe, y'all see that? And then I had to realize I was in the NBA. Oh, my bad. And I'm on the bench like, yo, did you see that? Man, he done touched his head. It was the best thing I've ever seen. But what ended up happening was reality kicked in because I'm like, he just did that to Jason Richardson. And Jason Richardson, athleticism is, huh. And then it's like, I just seen somebody who go, huh. And I'm here. And I'm like, oh, man, I can't even play in this league, bruh. And I got so depressed just from the dunk. Realized like, yo, I don't have this type of athleticism. So I spent probably the first part of the season just like, I can't do this. I can't do none of that. Kobe, I can't even guard him. Ray Allen, I can't even guard. Like these people, I can't even. And I was doing that to myself. And someone said, yo, why you keep looking at them for what you can't do? Won't you start looking at what they can't do? You have speed, you can shoot, you can score. Now look at the game like that. Now look at the position you play. Can those players stop what you do? So then I had to refocus off the stars and start going to the twos and, oh, he's trash. Oh, yeah, I'll blow by him. And then I started looking at the game different. And then Gary Payton's there. Like, he's an all-star. I can give him business. And then John Stockton. And I'm starting looking at those stars and those positions and realize, yo, I'm an all-star. I just need to get on the court. And my whole perspective changed. My whole perspective changed because I looked at it different. Yeah. And then once I got there, I took off. Boom, boom. And then when those same 2 guards that I was afraid of got in front of me, you guys are trash. Yeah. You know what I mean? You guys are trash. You're going to over jump because you jumped too high, and I started doing that. And then from there, I just took off. But it's the way you look at the game. You know what I mean? We tend to look at what we can't do because someone else can do it instead of looking at what we can't do, what they can't do.
Gilbert Arenas was a great scorer in the NBA. If you guys haven't seen Gilbert Arenas, I'm sure they got some highlights of him on YouTube. But Gilbert Arenas was he was James Harden before James Harden. He was a shorter version of a James Harden. A really good scorer, can score from all over the place. It was really hard to stop Gilbert Arenas before he got his injuries and all those things. But back in the day, Gilbert Arenas, he could give you buckets. Definitely get buckets. If you're new to the channel, welcome. If you're not, welcome back. What up, though? My name is Kevin Melson with Beyond Your Limits. And in this video right here, we got Gilbert Arenas talking about how important perspective is when you're playing the game of basketball. And man, I love this clip. This clip is so key, it's so important. And it's Gilbert Arenas was talking about how he was giving himself all that negative self-talk, looking at other players, seeing what they were doing that he couldn't do, and he was focusing on his weaknesses. And if you focus on your weaknesses, that's going to make you feel inadequate. That's going to make you feel bad as a person. That'll make you feel like you can't really play. And so that's what Gilbert Arenas was doing to himself. And I see a lot of players that do this. They'll see what somebody else is doing, and they're comparing themselves with this other player, but this other player they're not you, and they can't do what you can do. Like, you might not be able to do what they can do, but you have things that you are good at that you can exploit and that you can lean on. And so you don't want to compare yourself to other players if you can help it. I mean, basketball is a sport where, you know, they rank players and all that. I know it's very hard not to, you know, look at up the rankings and say, man, what is this guy doing that I can't do, and things like that. But you really want to focus on your strengths, the things that you can do really good. You want to make those shine through. Because if you're looking at, you know, what this guy is doing that you can't do, that's just going to make you have lower confidence, lower self-confidence in your game. And you don't want to lower your self-confidence, because that'll take you out the game quicker than anything. If you don't believe that you belong on the court, if you don't believe that you can perform well, then guess what? You're not. And so you want to make sure that you keep your confidence up. And you keep your confidence up by focusing on your strengths. If you're good at getting into the paint and driving to the basket, you want to do that as much as possible. If you want to get to the basket, get in the paint as much as you can, and that's going to make you a great player, playing to your strengths. You don't want to play to your weaknesses, or you don't want to look at things that you can't do as well and say, oh man, I'm not that good because I don't do this like this guy. I mean, that's that guy's strength, and that's what makes him him. But you have a strength that'll make you you. You have strengths that you can lean on that people can't do as well as you. And so you want to work on those things, and you want to focus on those things, and that'll keep your confidence high, and that'll keep you playing well. If you're doing the things that you do well, then you're going to play well. You don't want to concentrate on those things that you don't do well, because if you're trying to do those in the game, it's going to look like you suck. But if you're doing the things that you do well, you're going to look like you're good. And so you don't, comparison is, I think I've seen a quote one time. It said, comparison is the thief of joy. And so once you're comparing yourself to other people, that's a habit that you don't want to get into. You just want to focus on yourself, making yourself the best basketball player that you can be. That's all you can do. You can't take somebody else's skill, somebody else's height, somebody else's shot. It's nothing you can do about that. You want to focus on yourself and your game, and you want to make yourself the best player that you can be. And that's all that you can work on, and that's all that you can really worry about. All right? And you can make yourself the best player by clicking that link in the description, that link in the bio, getting that free course, you know, copping some merch from Beyond Your Limits, help the channel out, help me continue to make videos. And I'll catch you guys in the next video. I'm out.